You got to come into the knowledge of where you are. Yes, you cannot be satisfied with being biblically illiterate. Because, and that's what it is if you don't know the word. Yes, don't brush over it by saying, I don't know and I don't read my word the way I should. That's watering it down. See, that's appeasing ourselves. But if you want God to do with you what he wants you to do, what you want him to do with you, you got to acknowledge the fact is I don't know my word, but I want God to work with me. I cannot pronounce all the words of the Bible, but I want God to help me in the areas where I am weak. Being you will know in his word, he says where you are weak, I will make you strong. Yes, where you are down, guess what, y'all? He will pick you up. And let me tell you, when God picks you up, can't no man bring you down. Yes, he will enable you to pull down strongholds. Yes, he will give you the strength where you'll be able to mount. You'll be able to leap over mountains and run through valleys. But you don't know that if you don't read his word. So I dare you in this coming year, start by just reading a verse a day. When you read a verse a day, 7 days a week, that's 7 more verses that you didn't know last week. And 31 more verses per month. And when you pick up his word, you will do like Enoch. The Bible says that Enoch walked with God and was not, because for God took him. Can you imagine Enoch one day was walking with God and God told him how he piled up the mountains and hollowed out the valleys, and he said that sounds pretty good, and they kept on walking. Enoch looked at God, God looked at Enoch, Enoch said, what else, God? God said, well, I hung the stars in silver sockets without a step ladder. Enoch said, that sounds pretty good, and they kept on walking. Enoch said, what else, God? God said, I hung the moon as a queen of the night, and hung the sun up in as the king of the day. Enoch said, that sounds pretty good, so they kept on walking. He said, what else, God? God said, well, I laid blankets of water and didn't put up any borders, but the water stopped when I tell it to stop. If 2/3 of this earth is water, but the water stops and I tells it to stop. Enoch said, that sounds pretty good, God. Well, they kept on walking, and finally Enoch looked back and he saw that they were closer to heaven than they was to earth. He said, since we're closer to your house than we are my house, come on, let's go back to your house. So when they went to God's house, Enoch came and he went to heaven without dying. So what you need to do is start putting your trust in the Lord. I heard the old song say, I will trust in the Lord until I die. How many of you are willing to trust in God until you die? If you're willing to trust in him, let me hear you say yes. If you know that you know